Football Power Hour.
Yo. What's good? What's good? It's a Sunday. I want to say happy Sunday to you. Warm welcome to you. And this is one thing that we've done before on a Sunday a while ago, and now we're trying to bring it back again. Just seshing on a Sunday. Sunday sessions, just hanging out and just talking about what's going on, all the football news that's going on around the world right now, and the transfer updates, because we know there is so much. Matter of fact, um, I I'm so happy today because this conversation is going to be joined by somebody who's been here before. And the last time we well, no, it wasn't that very last time, but one of the times when we talked about our transfers, it was right towards the end of the season. He said, "All we need is Harry Kane." And that was the only transfer that he said we needed in order for Manchester United to be able to advance and really challenge next season. So I don't know. I'm gonna ask him about that and also a lot more. So stick around. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't done so. I want to also hear your opinion and your thoughts on how the transfer window is going so far for your team. My name is Botswanapapi. This is the Football Power Hour Sunday sessions. We will be right back.
Bruno Fernandez!
We got Nice the Kid in the building. What's good, fam?
Yo, what up?
How you doing, my bro?
Straight chilling, literally.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I have to just ask you straight ahead and be like, all we need is Kane. Do you still stand by that? Have you revised your opinion? Where you at with the transfer window, and how do you feel that it's going for you as a Manchester United fan, bro?
I'm still firmly behind. All we need is Kane. I think we are doing a huge blunder right now by not buying any. I'm not hearing any talk about any striker. At this point, I'll just take a striker. But it seems like we're strengthening positions I didn't even know need strengthening. So I am not impressed like Gary Neville. I am not. Not at all.
Yeah, I mean, the goalkeeper position just took priority all of a sudden. Things just changed. We thought, like, bro, the press conferences prior to the season ending, Ten Hag kept on being grilled about David De Gea. David De Gea makes a mistake, and Ten Hag was backing him, saying, "That's my goalkeeper. I plan to continue with him next season." And then things happened now where David De Gea had a contract on the table and it's retracted after he signs it. It's a messy situation, and then it ends with David De Gea leaving after 12 years. How do you feel about that, bro? About David De Gea's exit?
Super embarrassing, bro. Like the whole situation is just a joke. I don't think we did that man justice. Firstly, it's the first time I've ever heard about a contract being retracted after it's been offered. I have never, ever in any club, in any sport, heard of a contract being retracted after the player signs it. That is ridiculous.
Bro, after he makes marriage plans, you know how expensive marriages can be. And he put all that in the budget. Okay, this is how much I'm gonna be earning. This is how much I want to spend, and then on my wedding, invite a lot of my friends, whatever, have a good time, and then next thing you hear, oh, we giving you an offer, but it's not what you had, what you saw last time. It's so horrible. And then not only that, bro, he leaves as a free agent.
Dude, I feel like we treated him just the same as Ronaldo's exit, like get out. But Ronaldo did like some public stuff to embarrass the club. De Gea has been nothing but a loyal servant. I feel like he's been a top performer for many years, so like he didn't deserve like an exit like that. Like it's really just yet another highlight of the mess that is Man United in the back room, and it's unfortunately spilling on the pitch. Like
Yeah,
everything that goes on in the back is also being showcased in the front. So like it's all around mess, bro. Like the red did not need to be treated in such a manner. They should
yeah.
have, even if they weren't gonna play him, they should have just bit the bullet. They already spoke the
Mm.
contract. They should have just given the guy the contract, taken that L. If they're still gonna buy another goalkeeper, they could buy another goalkeeper to compete with him. But like to just say, "Oh no, never mind, please leave." Nah, man, that wasn't it.
That a real big mess. And I think Bruno Fernandez also called, like he's sent some indirect shots at Man United, being like, that wasn't the exit that you deserve. You deserve to be applauded by your fans, and be given a proper send off, and that was just like something where, as you said, it's like Ronaldo had the same thing. It's a similar theme. Jesse Lingard had the same thing. Matter of fact,
Mm.
yeah, Lingard, when he went on Talk Sport and talked about how he was pretty much just sidelined, and there's a player who gave us a very important FA Cup, like final goal.
For real.
Fine, he wasn't dazzling by the end of his time at Man United. But anyway, it's just like proper mismanagement and horrible decision making. So another decision that I want to ask you about, bro, is like we have well, before we get into that, so because we're talking about the goalkeeper situation, how do you
Mm.
feel about Onana? It's pretty much more or less like the ink is about to be Onana is about to sign as soon as Man United and Inter Milan agree on a price, and how do you feel about Andre Onana, our Cameroonian brother?
Uh, I never really thought like goalkeeper was like a thing we needed to like address so urgently. But
Yeah.
like, he's just a goalkeeper to me. Like, I'm not excited. I don't know what much he's going to do to change our fortunes. He is a good player. I saw the Champions League final. All
Yeah.
right, cool. But like, I never really thought that goalkeeper was a position that needed like attention immediately. I still think there are like other places we should be focusing on. Um, so like for me, it's just okay, cool. He's a De Gea replacement, but like I don't know, like I don't see the value yet of like what he's really like going to bring to the team. But I ain't mad at it. Like,
Yeah.
uh, I'm sure we could have done worse, but we'll see how that goes, man. Like I'm more concerned about what's the positions we're not focusing on. That's my concern right now.
True.
Striker should have honestly been like the first thing we bought. We should have like had a deal for someone, even if it's not Kane,
Yes.
someone before even the league ended, bro. We should have like
Mm.
been in talks long ago.
That's
I ain't
that's
hearing nothing about that, and that's worrying me more than anything.
I, to add on to that, bro. It's like there's a lack of forward planning even on our outgoings. I know it's like you have to have a buyer there for somebody to be sold, but like there also has to be some conversations. I feel like a lot of players are in the dark about that, about what's going to happen later, and it's Man United not being clear or not being truthful about about the stance of like even Harry Maguire is just quiet every day hoping that this transfer window finishes, and then he's like still finds himself as a Man United player. And I it just baffles me. We haven't sold Fred yet. The update on Fred at least is that he's replaced his agents, and he's like, I need to get guys who can actually do the job. So hopefully he's gonna go to Fulham very soon. I want to ask you about that other positions that you are speaking of. Then it's like, all right, cool, goalkeeper situation. we'll put that to the side. There's a new number 7 in town. How do you feel about that?
I'm okay with Mason Mount. Like, I think it's a decent signing.
Yeah.
But I think it's mainly more of a case of I'd like to see the likes of Fred and McTominay not play than would like to see Mason Mount play. But I believe it's not a negative signing. At least I think he'll add some sort of positivity to the team. I think he's somewhat underrated. Like, I don't think they did him justice at Chelsea. But again, I could have been just as happy if he didn't come. Like, it's not like I'm thinking, oh, thank goodness Mason Mount has come to strengthen our midfield. Like,
Yeah.
I would have just not that without us like sorting out the striker thing. Like, I don't really see. I'm not too thrilled about it, things around that not being sorted. Like, if for me, if the only thing we did was buy a striker, I would still consider that better than replacing our goalkeeper, buying another midfielder. Like, I feel like, okay, sure, those positions need attention too, but like, we have no strikers, man. We have no strikers. We have Martial, who we know is spends 90% of the season injured, and then from there we have a lot of false nines. Sometimes Rashford, sometimes Garnacho, sometimes Von Kost. You know, we have no strength up there. Like, not a single actual striker. So like, I would even be okay if we got someone from the academy, just like something to show the urgency of the situation. Because like, we're not doing any. I'm not hearing any striker news unless I'm not tapped in, bro. You like the media guy. What are you hearing something I haven't heard yet?
So the striker situation really, I think Hoyland, who by the way, it's a little bit like messed up that his name sounds like Haaland, but it's not. It sounds like, So I wonder if part of the hype has something to do with that. I hope not. But when you actually watch him, he's a raw talent that Ten Hag could potentially develop into an actual striker. But the thing about it is potential, and a lot of players have had potential. And it takes a lot to actually come to Man United and apply that potential and reach that potential, So that's going to be a big question mark. So I feel like for me, that striker situation, we should approach it with like getting an experienced striker and then an understudy, because we know we've got a quarter of a striker or half a striker in Anthony Martial. So Rasmus Højlund was the one. At first, Osimhen links were strong, but they've died down because it seems like obviously the asking price, Napoli does not want to sell that hottest prospect. It's like, he's set the world on fire, and he's probably going to be like adding to his value even next season if he stays in Napoli. So it's one of those things where Napoli are not really in a rush to sell, and the Osimhen rumors. It seems like we broke our a lot of our budget already too. By Mason Mount and Onana, it's already like we're looking at 100 mil plus. And Man United doesn't really spend over 250 like that. So it's like, we know the midfield area cannot be ignored too. So it's one of those things where at the front, we might just like have to settle for another Weghorst type deal, or not necessarily Weghorst himself, but a player of that sort of caliber, just because of financial constraints. That's just my realistic cap on. But when we're talking about things, these obviously people like other forwards in the market, like we know there's the guy in PSG, Mbappe, who Man United can pull some things off. They always surprise us, bro. They always surprise. There's always a surprise signing. I know. There's always like, we said no, Ronaldo won't come back. Oh no, Casemiro, what? Nobody. There's always every transfer window, there is a surprise signing, an unexpected surprise signing. So my question is, who is that going to be? If Real Madrid do not end up like actually securing, Mbappe, he's going to be looking for a home, fam. And, Arsenal are the ones actually that have been rumored a little bit more with Mbappe. So, I don't know what's gonna happen, but it's one of those things where if I was just daydreaming and putting in my wish card, I would want to put Mbappe. You don't want no Mbappe. I see you shaking your head. You're like, no.
Of course, I'd love Mbappe, but we're just not getting him. Like, why would anybody want to come? Why would anybody of that ilk want to come to the shenanigans that is Man United right now, right? I'm sure that nigga owns a TV.
I
He
mean,
knows
he
what's
might
going
want
on.
to challenge Haaland in the same league. It makes sense. It makes sense to be actually, because everybody has been giving a lot of flack to the French league. So you come through the Premier League and prove yourself. You become the new Messi versus Ronaldo type of competition in the same league. You know.
Hey man, I'm a dreamer just like you, my guy. I'd love nothing more than if that was the case, but
Yeah.
I don't wanna hold my breath. Ha e ka re palelwa ke, I would say, I don't want to say reasonably priced like signings, and then now I'm gonna go and get a Kylian Mbappe. And
Okay.
even if for argument's sake we were
Yeah.
willing to splash the cash, I don't
Mhm.
think Mbappe will be looking at us like, yeah, Man United is where my future is. I don't
True.
think, not now,
True.
not
True. True.
now. If it had been just after post Sir Alex era, where like Bob Moyes and them were in it, I'd be like,
But
yeah,
yeah.
no, maybe he might want to come through. But
Yeah. Yeah.
no, dude, that mess is public, boy. Like our
It,
mess is public. It's not
true.
just for us
True.
and Man United fans. They see what we see.
I I
So
I
I wouldn't
think
go to Man United right now.
I think like the only possible thing that might make it happen if we get Qatari ownership and there seems to be like a little bit of a
Yes.
positive direction with Ten Hag as well. Like the season we keep
Mm.
moving in a positive direction, then maybe it might be luring Mbappe more. But okay, Mbappe pipe dreams aside. All right, cool. So there's Hoyland, there's Osimhen, there is also like the Ramos guy. There's he's not bad, but it's one of those things where we're looking at projects where Ten Hag has to develop a player, and I think we might end up with another developmental type of striker situation. But that's as far as I know about what's going on up front. There's a lot of rumors about the middle. Like there's the Amrabat, there's strong links about Sofian Amrabat coming to Man United, and I think that it would be a good signing. The way he performed for Morocco in the Champions League, in the World Cup, it was you can tell he's a workaholic. But somebody, by the way, that I want to actually mention is something that I want to mention too is Juventus have been hit with a new blow. I don't know if you've been looking over there. Juventus, we all know they do some kind of shady transfer business and things like that, and they actually now are not going to be participating in European competitions next season because of financial fair play, and and
Mm.
uh, so maybe we should actually go raid Juventus and see what's over there other than Pogba. It's, you know what I mean? It's like we kind of have to be creative a little bit and see what other players like. They have a striker that Dusan Vlahovic. He's a young guy, 23 years old. Maybe we could convince him to come actually and play in a top tier club. Obviously, they also have what's his name? As I said, we don't want Pogba in there. They have this guy that I really love, who plays on the left wing, Chiesa. Chiesa. He's such a. I mean, I know our left midfield is stacked, but he's a player that you would want in your team because of the fight, the dog fight that he brings. So we have to be creative. We have to be creative in the middle. Do you have any midfielders yourself that you think would kind of like add quality to Man United, or that would take us to the next level?
Um, I never really thought like midfield was much of an issue, other than uh, other than the fact that some of them are old, and like the replacement of those old guys aren't really up to scratch. But
Mm,
I was never too mad at Fred uh being a bench player. So like
mm,
as much as I didn't like Fred and McTom, I was okay at least with either one of them being like replacements, right? So
mm,
I don't really think that the midfield was ever like a place of immediate concern.
mm.
Like I keep saying, the type are not strengthening up front. Like I
But
don't know what the
question,
plan is here.
so what do we
Mm.
do then if Casemiro gets injured? You know, like, or if Casemiro say gets a red card, what
Mm.
who are you playing?
That's what I'm saying. I was never too mad on Fred being the one who's that replacement. Like, but like I don't think it's. But I just don't think it's crucial at this point. I would be okay discussing midfielders if we had like copped a striker by now. You check.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like the fact that we haven't bought a striker, that really is the part that unsettles me. And I
Mm.
heard you earlier saying Man United is a top tier club. Are we right now?
I
I don't know,
mean,
my guy.
we are on course to reclaim our top tier status. That's
Are we? Are
bro.
we on course to reclaim our top tier status? Like,
I think
let's
last
keep it
season was a good
100.
indicator that yes, you know, we are still obviously, you know, we haven't won a trophy, you know, a significant trophy in a while. So it's like you know, we still don't lose top tier status because we're Man United, bro. We're royalty, bro. It's no. Look at it this way. Look at it this way. It's like that's the reason why you know the sale is taking so long. It's like you know these guys know we are what I call like they want to make sure that they get the best money possible that they can get because the cultural value of Manchester United is almost immeasurable. You know, it's almost you can almost subscribe put a figure to it, but because these guys have to complete a transaction, they have to agree on a figure. That's partially why I think this takeover thing is taking forever. You know, it has to do with the legacy. It's not just the price, you know, and Man United
And
legacy is
that's the problem right there. That is the
relevant.
problem right there. We are currently living off legacy. That is like what we are holding on to as Man United supporters. And we're gonna have another Liverpool type situation where people in the next generation are asking us, why did you support Man U? Like I don't get it. And then like we have to like offer an explanation on like, no, this is how they used to be. Like in my day, this is how they were. That's how I used to hear Liverpool parents or anybody older than us would be like, yeah, no, we support Liverpool. And be like, why? Like, why are you
True.
supporting Liverpool? Like, I don't get it. Like, what do you, no, back in the day they used to. That's gonna be us now, bruh. It's gonna be like back in the day we used to. FYI, I miss Pogba, bruh. I think Pogba
You,
would flourish right now if he was back and not getting injured every second day.
yeah,
I
but
was never mad at that guy at all.
yeah, yeah. I think for me, I was mad at him because for the moments when we needed him, he wasn't there. You know, I mean, I know injury you don't control when you get injured, but it just you know it sucks to have a player who can unlock a midfield and be so important when he's around, and then from there, like when it's time to play, he's not he's not available. Like and it was a sour exit as well, just to see him get like booed off, on his last Man United game. I really didn't like that. But for me, the Pogba's episode just is a reminder not to go back to your ex. If things are not going well, just don't go back to you. Ronaldo went ahead and was like, this is another testament of why. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hey, players that
Yeah,
leave our club don't come back the same, man. They don't
they
come back
don't.
the same.
No, no. And no matter
That's
how,
another thing.
yeah.
I'm wondering now that we've kind of sort of gotten our ish together. Don't you
Mm.
think if like Ronaldo had just like settled down, he might have been an impact? It might have been a better second half of the season. If you just
bro.
just stopped with all the bitching and the unnecessariness and just put his head down and worked.
I I
Like
I bro, I'll take Ronaldo over a one-legged Ronaldo over Weghorst any day, any day, bro. Because it's one of them things where we would have been better. I wish, I really, really, for me, I had a moment where I was hoping Ronaldo was just fine being that experienced striker that we call upon every now and then. But him, he took that a little bit too. He wasn't ready to accept reality,
mm,
and he unfortunately,
yeah.
you know, uh, and also just the energy around. I mean, I as much as I hate that interview with Piers Morgan, but it still brought some light to kind of his perspective and his story. So I understand that like Ronaldo the Bachelor is who Man United fans fell in love with, but then Ronaldo the family man is who like Man United end up having to tussle with because when he wasn't he was more like I'm protecting my family by all means, and sometimes you overreact when those things when you feel like your family's is threatened and the organization was not really like supporting him the way they were supposed to after how much he's given to the club. But at the end of the day, for me, just like him and David De Gea still being down as a legendary, you know what I mean? It's
Mm.
I hear the little one over there. I hope that we have another. You're raising a Man United supporter in the house, please.
I don't want to put her through such pain, man. I'm gonna encourage her to watch another sport altogether.
What if she's like, yo, Man City is my team? What if you
I'm gonna be like, don't do it, baby. I suffer a fate worse than death all the time. So don't do it. She's she's not impressed now. She's complaining now, just at the prospect.
That's too funny. That's too funny. That's too funny. But I mean, another situation that I want to just talk about real quick is the fact that we did not go for any of the players from the newly relegated teams. There was quality in there, and other teams ended up like actually getting like the James Madisons. There's just like a lot of other. We just slept on the newly relegated teams and didn't do anything about it. And that's the thing that for me where I'm like, come on, if we're trying to save costs and buy cheap, why are we not going for deals like that? You know,
Let me ask you something, man. Would you have even been mad at Jamie Vardy? I mean,
bro.
keeping it 100. Would you have even been mad at Jamie Vardy?
Yeah, actually, yeah, I would be because Jamie Vardy is a counter-attacking striker, and I want to move. I want us to play control possession-based football and less counter-attacking football. But Jamie Vardy can find the back of the net. That's for sure. He's got a real like finishing.
And I think even that, even the possession football, man, I don't think he's that bad at that either, man. Like if we're not gonna break the bank, which it seems like we're not going to for whatever reason, then that's like the lines in which we needed to be thinking about. I think, okay, obviously not for a full-time replacement, but like
Yeah, but a little
uh
stop.
band-aid solution. I wouldn't have been angry at that. It at least shows me that we are trying to sort out the situation. Like right
Yeah,
now, I don't see, like, it's really concerning me, right? This striker thing is really concerning me because I keep wondering to myself, if we ain't going to strengthen there, like, what is the plan?
no, there is a
Like,
plan
what
in
is the
mind.
plan?
There is a plan in mind. As I said early on in the conversation, Man United just has a way of surprising us, bro. There's always the surprise, unexpected signing, and it might end up being Harry Kane if the Bayern, second bid or third bid doesn't go through. Because that's he's Daniel Levy is not gonna just sit there and let that guy go for free. If Bayern retract, if Bayern say no, 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 like bro, like Harry Kane has to come to Man United. It's the most logical next best choice, you know, other than
The
Bayern.
thing is, I don't even hear whispers of us being interested, man. Like there's not even the slightest
So
Man United I'm thinking of.
there was a few rumors, and then, until Bayern came into the picture, and then everything just kept slowed down, you know, and then it's just more Bayern Munich. But also Real Madrid will probably be like another realistic destination for Kane, since Benzema is gone, and that actually that move makes more sense. It's the ranking is Bayern for me. If I was Harry Kane, first choice. Second choice would be Real Madrid, and then third choice would be Man United. You know, and
Mm.
yeah, it's the thing is, like, we have the guy who created the most chances in the Premier League last season, and we took the guy who's had the most chances created in Chelsea, and we have two cooks. We just need somebody to finish the dinner. You know,
That's the
we should
problem. So
have we should have
gonna have a
gone
bunch of
Benzema.
unfinished meals.
Huh?
But we're just gonna have a bunch of unfinished meals, man.
I,
So
bro.
like I don't know, bruh. I'm a bit worried about us. I really think by now we should have had a striker in place, like already at the training ground. Not even more rumors. Like I think we should have just had someone already born. I don't know like what the plan is here. I don't know why I don't know if it's Ten Hag pulling the strings. I don't know. Like I wish I knew more in depth about what's happening in the Man United back room, because I can't imagine Ten Hag is sitting there be like, "Yo, go get me Mount." That doesn't feel like a sentence that any coach would say right now. I don't think he'll be like,
I,
"Yeah, no,
I,
let's
I
not get a striker. Instead, let's get a goalkeeper."
I
Like
think bro, I think Ten Hag actually had Mount as a number one signing, and as one of the number one signings in the, maybe if they were said, okay, Ten Hag, you have five players you can sign, Mount was in there. One, because here's the thing: there's the whole that he takes the boxes of the English homegrown quota, etc., etc. That allows you to move maybe Maguire, McTominay. You know, the arrival of Mount just like is, first of all, is that. Second of all, is like he's like
mm,
really a player that, you know, when you look at what the work rate that he has, he kind of is more a little bit like, he's a transitional based football player, but he can also, like, he's young enough for Ten Hag to mold him into like the finished product, to just help him reach his ceiling. Because right now he's just like in that position where he's experienced, he's got a little bit of like, competition in the big lights and stuff, but like he just needs somebody to just take him to the next. You saw what happened with Rashford, right? Ten Hag just elevated him
mm,
to the next phase. So I feel like that's where the Mount situation is going to unravel. Obviously it's we'll see how he fits in and how he gels. The only thing that kind of makes me a little bit nervous is the number 7 shirt, and what that dynamic is going to do with Garnacho, because Garnacho is obsessed with the number 7 shirt. you know you know
mm.
these are descendants of Cristiano Ronaldo. Mount says, I used to watch Cristiano Ronaldo free kicks, and then Garnacho is also like another Ronaldo descent, and he has the number 7 tattooed on his skin, bro. This is like, this is gonna be a little bit of a problem, uh, before we even start playing.
Have they already settled on giving it to Mount?
They have settled. He's been unveiled as the number 7, bro.
Right. Well, I think Ganacho just signed a contract, man. So there's like he's gonna have to get over that fast.
That's the
Like
thing that
they
actually feels like a stab in the back. It's like, I commit, and Madrid were asking for me. There was even like some, slight rumors that even other than Madrid, there was even Barcelona might have been interested in Alejandro Garnacho. It's like this he's a generational talent, and then from there, after he commits, we stab him in the back and give him Antony. The reason why this is a real thing for me is because Martial talked about this, and what the arrival of Ibrahimovic did to his confidence in his team. It's like
Mm.
we're not learning from the mistakes. The coach says it's that Amsterdam weed Hag was smoking that made you spend the 60 mil on Mount. Garnacho will get the Madrid. Ooh, you see, all that's all that it takes to unsettle a young Garnacho. Be like, well, come here, you'll be our number 7, and then he
It's
his
cool,
mind.
bro. As long as they buy him for 100 million, I'm not gonna lose any sleep over a Garnacho exit. And that's what it'll take now that he signed a new contract. They're not gonna get him
Yeah,
for chump change.
yeah,
So that's all I think he'll get over it. I think he'll get it. I
yeah,
think I believe he'll rather try and prove a point with these performances ahead of like sulking. I hope because
yeah.
Martial sucked, and we have seen the result of that. So like, I'm hoping that Ganacho takes this as one of those life lessons and just moves on with the show because he
If
has
you're
to play with
Garnacho,
Mount, so he can't.
if you're Garnacho, and then I give you number 17, I'm like, it's got a 7 on it. Will that be cool? Or
Am
27?
I 19? How old is Ganacho? 19 years old?
No,
If I'm
yeah,
19 years old and or,
yeah,
or
no, older.
20,
He's
right?
older than
Something
18. I
like
think he's maybe
yeah. If
20
I'm
or
if I'm 20, 19 years old playing for, I just signed a new contract, big money, man. They can give me 77, bro. I'm finding a way to make that work. I'm finding a
7.
way to
No. He
yeah,
turned
right.
19
They can give me
on
two
July
sevens, bro. That's two
1st.
sevens, right?
He turned 19 on July 1st, and his cake had a number 7 on it. That's how obsessed he is. But I get what you mean. 77
Yeah,
is
bro.
enough.
I'm just like, okay, cool. I just got this new payday. It's time for me to prove my worth. Maybe try and get another payday, or at the very least, even if like it does unsettle him, he can't play worse and expect to go to a better club. So like, I think if at most it might make him perform this season, but want to leave next season. Like that maybe might be like the effect. I don't believe it's gonna be enough for him to stop because I think he also knows that if he's not playing well, they're not gonna buy him. So
True.
like he has to prove his worth. So I think he'd much rather do that than play lesser because
Yeah.
he didn't get the number he wanted.
Well, yeah. Anyway, it's just a number. It's just a number at the end of the day. But the reason why we're talking about it is because of that. Look at that. On July 1st, just 8 days ago, you know,
Hmm.
that was Ganacho and his birthday,
It,
celebrating turning 19 years.
no offense, but why does he have two little people carrying his cake, man? That's not cool.
That's Ganacho to answer. Why they dressed up as Ronaldo and Messi is another thing too.
Yeah, like what is going on here, bro? There's like so much going on with this picture, man.
But
Is
shout
that
out.
Drake in the background? There's a Drake looking like guy
Yeah,
right there in the back, bro.
guy too. I didn't notice that. And a Post Malone looking guy too on his
Oh
platform.
my goodness, I didn't even see that's a girl though. That's
Oh, that's a girl. Okay, whoops.
that's a Post Malone looking girl, man. There's a lot going on in this man's picture, man. This man needs to stop partying and focus on his football, man.
This is that's Ganacho for you. Man. But anyway, Poe is asking, is Usain Bolt interested? Yeah, at this point, we might as well be like, Bolt has
Hey man, I saw that man playing one game. I think it was for one of these United States team. He was pretty nice on the football, man. And
Usain
he's
Bolt.
quick. We know that. Yeah. He's
I
pretty
don't
nice
know
on the
which
ball, but
game
he's
you were
quick.
watching, but I saw him miss a sitter, bro, and I was like, "Get that man out of here!" like, like
Hey,
quick, of
we
course.
bought Van Bronckhorst, so who are we to say if Usain Bolt? At least Usain Bolt can run. Van Bronckhorst was
Yeah, but
missing
you
chances,
gotta know
and that
when to
man couldn't
run,
run.
though. He doesn't have a first touch. He doesn't have a good first touch, and also, like you know, he's physical, but I don't think he knows how to actually also really properly apply it. But maybe with
Work,
a more,
folks.
yeah.
We bought what? everything you're saying this guy doesn't do is exactly the characteristics workhorse had. None of those. He couldn't do none of those things, and we still bought him. So let's at least bring a guy who can run from one side of the pitch to another in 10 seconds. Bro. I could live with that. This man will be full of running. That's what we do know. That man
he's
won't
gonna be
stop running.
Jamaican Adama Traore. He's gonna be that. Coach says I can see the Glazers going for Neymar. Actually, so talking about unexpected signings, that's a realistic a realistic signing that you know what is it? Box office signing. That's the word that I was looking for. That's typical of Man United. That would the Glazers might be like, all right, this one makes sense. Would you be mad if Neymar came through?
Not at all, son. Not at all.
We need to see
I think, yeah, I think. Firstly, I think he could play that role up front. One, two. I think he would bring. I still think he's a quality player. Like I don't think. I think the worst mistake that man ever did was go to like PSG because it's like really undersold his value. And I think if he had either stayed at Barcelona, maybe gone to another team of that same ilk, he would have been something different. But I would welcome Neymar. I would welcome Neymar with open arms. I don't think he'll make us worse. I think he'd add a bit of quality. My only problem is that he has diva-ish tendencies, and I think right now we need to stay away from the diva-like players because, like, Ten Hag clearly does not tolerate such. So, like, we don't want it now causing like another uproar. Him there banding together with his boy Casemiro and his boyfriend and his Portuguese-speaking friend Fernandez, and then it becomes a thing. Like that's the only problem I have with Neymar. But as far as on the pitch goes, I think he's like an underrated talent in the sense that because he hasn't won like enough, they don't really speak about him enough. Like I think I remember when he was part of that trio in Barcelona, right? That man was balling, bro, and he was balling with what would arguably be the best Messi of his career as he went on. Like that was peak Messi, but like I didn't feel like he wasn't shining, and then he left to look for that shine, and all that happened is that he just became less and less known. Funny enough,
Facts.
so like I think. I think Neymar coming to us would be a wonderful addition. I would not be mad at that at all.
Percy agrees with you. Percy says, "Bring Neymar to the OT just for the vibes. We want, we want vibes. We want skill. Like I think, like Percy, like actually for the teams, the low block teams that are stubborn, and it's like one of those games where we just need something creative, somebody that thinks outside the box. I'd love to see Neymar too, but I don't know if so nice the kid. I gotta ask you real quick before I ask you. By the way, if you're tuned in, I appreciate you. We appreciate you so much. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. It's the Sunday sessions. We're just chilling on this Sunday. I want to ask as we're talking about Neymar. Would you have Rashford in the middle and then Neymar on the left, or is like Neymar in the middle and then Rashford on the left, or they interchange? What tactic are you envisioning if at all this pipe dream happens?
I would prefer Neymar going down the middle. I think between the two of them, Neymar is more capable of playing that role. Right. I think there's something about Rashford up front. I know we tried it like a few times and it's never worked out. And it's like, I think it's more than enough for us to confirm that that's not his place. So Neymar, I believe, would adapt better than Rashford. But we could also have that interchanging situation, where he's on the left, he's there, and vice versa. Confusion. I just think Neymar in general would be a good addition. Yeah, I think he would just be a good addition if we were about it. But that's the caliber of player I need to be looking for. We can't be buying no developmental players at the moment. without an experienced player aside. Like there has to be like an experienced guy with the developmental guy. The developmental guy can be the solution because
Yeah.
anybody in that age group still needs to develop. It's not like we're not dealing with like um what's that man Haaland situation where he's young but
Yeah.
has played enough football to be recognized as a experienced campaigner. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
The people are looking for now, or the names I'm hearing are just guys who are young and at the beginning of their careers, but like
Mhm.
haven't done enough, haven't been in the trenches enough to be like, yeah, no, this man can do the right thing. So
I,
I'd
I
welcome Neymar, bro. If
I
the
hear you. You
Glazers are
say you
listening, we
welcome
welcome Neymar.
Neymar and his bling. And you know what? We've got a lot of bling already at Man United. I gotta show you this picture. It was Virgil van Dijk's birthday yesterday on July 8th. And but I think he gathered a few of his mates. And look at the mates. Look at the bling. Our over here. Marcus Rashford looking
Ah,
like a 90s rapper.
when, when did these guys when did these guys become friends, bro? Where are these guys interlinking
Right?
with each
Kevin
other?
De Bruyne is also Ake is also in the building, but look at the bling.
I see the bling. I see the bling from that rapper. Right up to the ears, bro. Look at them
MC
things on his
Rashford.
ears.
Lil Rash.
Yeah, Mbappe.
Lil
Mbappe
Rash
was
is
at the Rick
like Calvin
Ruben.
Harris. Exactly. He looking like a mumble rapper says Kush. But bro, it's yeah, man. That's the thing that struck me first. I was like, why is Kevin De Bruyne here? What is Marcus Rashford doing in the first place? And you know what I mean? But anyway, guys
Where
have
did
been
they link the first time, bro? Where did they gather with each other to be friends, bro? Where are these guys chilling together? At least
bro.
I can understand with De Bruyne because like maybe they
Yeah,
linked in other leagues or something. You know what I'm saying?
national
I don't know
team,
where Rashford is sticking to this guy. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? But anyways, let them party, but it's preseason. Ain't nothing wrong with being friends with people from the opposing teams. Just do your
Oh,
thing. Just
talk,
come back and score 30 goals. That's all we ask. After all
talking
this partying, just come score 30 goals.
when you're talking about partying and you're saying get your party on, I just want to show you one last party picture because we talked about this. Oh my goodness. This guy has not heard of the Kardashian
Oh,
cat curse.
yeah, nah, he does not know what these ladies do to niggas in sport. It doesn't end well.
Yo. It's yeah, it's crazy. They I hope somebody warned Mbappe about this because this is just a very recent picture and yeah, they said he tried
They
to
have
go
the
to go undo the curse, but we'll see if Mbappe is gonna be performing this season wherever he goes.
yeah.
Anyway, the curse will end
All
his
right, my
career.
brother.
Bro, thank you so much for today's convo, bro. I think we should end it right there and just say, let's hope by the end of the week we are celebrating some more players because I'm tired of this, you know, um, standstill that we're in right now. It's taking
I'm,
forever and everything.
I'm with you,
So,
bro. I'm with you.
yes,
And
sir.
thanks for
Yes.
having me yet again.
Always, always, always a pleasure. And yo, everybody that contributed to the conversation too. Thank you so much, Lil Yo Solo, Kush, Percy, and Lil Rashi. That was too funny. We'll catch you guys later. This is the Sunday session. Chill out. We're just kicking it. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. We out. Peace.
Peace.